Hey fairies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then welcome. And today, I was just getting called to do a reading. I just felt the need to talk about relationships with yourself, with others, with your career path and possibilities. And there's something lingering as well that I would like to speak on. I don't exactly understand what it is, but it's going to be a little surprise. So we are going to jump into that. And right away, we have Four of Swords. I'm still learning the cards. Four of Swords, not Five of Swords. Okay. It's reversed. So I'm getting that you've been kind of in hermit mode for such a long time that you're not even understanding how much abundance you're submerging in. You kind of tucked yourself in your shell many years ago and you were just laying within it. And now that you're kind of like, you're like stretching, you're waking up a little bit, you're looking around, and you're like, whoa, like, where am I? And you're realizing that the version of yourself that you were told that you were the whole time was nothing but a dream. It was a nightmare, if you will, as a matter of fact, because you were being told that you were selfish, you were greedy, you were improper, you were incapable, and you were unlovable. So all of these things that you're realizing were projected on you, you're understanding that they were projected on you because they were harder for the other person to hold than to just flat out project it onto you so that they wouldn't have to hold it for a while. And they were really trying to, oh wow, this is already getting deep. They were really trying to get you to essentially sleep for the entirety of your life, as opposed to waking up and seeing possibilities, seeing truth, seeing the truth within the fact that you were projected on and lied to. And I'm not here to make this all about, spiting other people. But on my channel, I am very open about the treatment that other people have given me, the treatment that you may be experiencing yourself, and the treatment that has led to the possibility of just closing your eyes and looking the other way. So when you get to that point in your life and you have that choice, you have to make the choice of either seeing yourself and going with that, or maybe like seeing yourself a little bit but not really acting on it, and continuously maybe, I don't know, rendering self-doubt. You're just continuously perpetuating self-doubt. And you're not actually getting to any conclusions. You're just sitting within yourself and you're telling yourself, I don't think I'm capable of that. I don't know if I can hold that. I don't know if I was born for that. Yeah, because your life path has led to this moment of you being aware of who you are and acting on it. So you kind of were specifically born for this. So, oh, and I have talked about this. I think it was either my last reading or the one prior. You're waking up. This is going to be a story. This is going to be a story! You're waking up. You're seeing who you are. You're looking at all these possibilities. And you're understanding how wounded you are. You're understanding how much pain you're in and how much pain you have faced in the past. In the past, okay, interesting. In the past, and you're really accepting it, and you're understanding how hard it is to accept it, but you're continuing on this path, dude. What the F? What the F? This is so exciting. Okay, that's why I wasn't getting a specific understanding of what this was going to be about, because this is yet to be determined. This is yet to be determined. It's going to be a whole... I'm about to read y'all a story. And within this story, I'm really getting the energy of Sleeping Beauty. Or maybe Sleeping Handsome. Whichever one you resonate with. So, wow. Yeah. I'm getting a really positive energy from this. I'm not getting the beginning of the story. I'm kind of getting the middle to the end of the story. And within every end of the story, you have a new beginning. So it's not like anything is over for you. I feel that Collective has essentially held itself back in order to not get to the end because they're genuinely savoring the beginning and the middle, and they don't want to breach the end because they have been correlating it to the end of their life, and that's not necessarily truth. The truth is that you've gotten so close to the end of who you were told you were. You're really like packing up all your things, and you're really like putting that bag on your back, and you're like, hey man, this doesn't serve me, so I don't want it. And you're dipping. And I'm really proud of you for that, because that takes a lot of bravery. And it takes so much self-acceptance. It takes so much in order for you to receive your own energy back from what didn't serve you, that you gave it to in the first place. So you're genuinely taking all of this energy back. You're and with the story, you're waking up, you're seeing your possibilities. This is a continuation of the cards that I'm pulling. So you're truly understanding that you've been wounded. You're understanding you've been betrayed. You're understanding that you've been hurt. But you're not letting it stop you. You're continuing. And then you're taking that energy back. And you're sitting with yourself. And you're trying... See, this is the thing. Because you're trying to figure out how to be the most adequate and functioning version of yourself. But I feel that you're not supposed to necessarily be that version of yourself at this very moment. I think that you've been held back in life for a reason, because I think that you're supposed to do this with somebody else. I think that you've come so long within this, and this is the energy I have also been talking about, and you're just looking out at this plateau and you're saying, like, there's nothing here for me and I don't know what to do about it. And you're sitting with that and you feel stuck. You feel that external circumstances have trapped you in one place, and you want to continue on with prosperity and genuinity within yourself and understanding of what your path is, what destination your path is leading to. You really want to get to that point. And you kind of want to get to the end by yourself. See, that's the thing, because you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to. So if you feel held back, and this is the other energy that I couldn't uncover, because this this is a struggle that people don't tend to talk about. So when it comes up, that's kind of how you realize it. When you're speaking on it, if you're somebody who never talks, it's going to be hard to realize what you're feeling. I'm not saying go out and talk to random people. I'm not saying, if you don't feel comfortable with getting a counselor, don't do that. But if you are not comfortable talking in general, it is going to be genuinely hard to uncover what you're feeling. And I'm going to say, like, talking to yourself it can be such an immense help. So anyway, yes, okay, so you're trying to figure out how to be the highest version of yourself, the luckiest version of yourself, essentially. And you're putting so much pressure on yourself because you cannot figure out how to get to those ending stages and be that bigger person and be that happiest version of yourself. But you are at a point in your life, you're at a chapter in your life where you're meant to learn how to sit in one spot and activate energy from that spot. You're not meant to go out and activate your energy in the world. You're meant to, 1122 as I'm saying this, sit within your own energy regardless of external circumstance and radiate that into the universe. Because you can walk for miles. You can run for miles. You can get in an RV and drive halfway across country. You're not getting away from your truth. You have to sit with your truth. And if your truth is derived from the fact that you want to radiate this energy into the universe and you feel that that is your calling, part of your calling, then you can't just go and find that in Dubai. You can't just go and find that in Alaska or Amsterdam. You have to start within yourself. And if you start within yourself, let me tell you something, okay? Then you not only will radiate this energy that you are trying to access much more clearly and consistently, but you will be able to then go to the places that you want to travel to and radiate it there. So yeah, maybe you want to learn how to start that in the small town that you live in or wherever you don't feel seen. You want to learn how to access that wherever you are right now. And as soon as you start accessing it, things are going to slowly but surely shift. So you may see, maybe your job doesn't need you as much anymore. Like the job you don't like doesn't need you as much anymore. Maybe you have a second income that has been racking up much more abundantly than in past endeavors. And maybe you have somebody that has been trying to get a hold of you. I woke up hearing that this morning. Somebody's trying to get a hold of you. And I think it's it's a good energy. It's so sweet. And I think by somebody getting a hold of you, there's a variety. There's a variety of people trying to get a hold of you. But the somebody that's trying to get a hold of you, you will be able to know by the energy that they radiate. So, oh my gosh, this energy is so... I don't even want to say beautiful. It's like... I'll probably think of a word when I'm watching this back. So cool. That tends to happen quite a bit, but maybe I'm not meant to know what it is right now. Type feeling, because maybe you're supposed to get to the point where when you actually experience what you're meant to feel, you have to sit down and you're like looking around. The first card I pulled, you're looking around and you're understanding that you've been kind of sitting on a gold mine the whole time. And that gold mine is you. Because you didn't understand how beautiful you were in the first place. Because you kind of were brainwashed. I'm going to be real. You got a little brainwashed. And that doesn't make you any less intellectual, truly. It makes you human. Because I know a lot of y'all like to go back and look at your past and say, wow, you know, that person brainwashed me, or wow, like I really fell for that, and that probably is why I'm in this position right now. No, you're in this position right now because you need to understand that you don't ask for anything. You sat back and let spirit guide you and teach you, and you went against your own primal and human instincts to not ask for anything, even though many times you wanted to throw a fit just to get what you wanted, but you held back. And I think that is so great, that and I mean righteous, like that's what I mean by great. That is an amazing thing, to be able to have that self-restraint. But it is time for you to ask. It's time for you to ask again. Because no, closed mouths don't get fed. However, closed mouths typically have a happier mind. That can be what it comes down to. Not all the time, but sometimes that is the case. And you feel weak right now. You feel like you are so weak because you want to ask for things that correlate to your human needs. I understand. And when I say that out loud, it kind of sounds a little self-deprecating. It sounds like a little bit like it really wasn't that much to ask for. It really wasn't that much to ask for. And when you really sit with that and you kind of like, wow, I mean, you're speechless. Like, you sit back and you're looking at all of the people that treated you like it was too much. And you're looking at all of the circumstances that treated you like it was too much, the groups of people maybe, occasionally yourself, and you're saying, wow, I really didn't deserve any of that. I really didn't deserve any of that, and I have based so much of my life on building a story and maintaining a story of one that felt they deserved it. Just absolutely producing ideas that are not true, first of all. Producing ideas that correlate to this identity of somebody who might deserve these, what am I getting? What am I getting, bro? Okay, I don't want to just say these people, because it's more than that. These. Okay. These role models. You've had role models in your life. And oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. This is kind of sad. I'm going to be real. This is bittersweet because you're coming out of it, but you need to understand that it happened. It happened. Okay, you were there. So you had this perspective as a child of these people in your life that would bend over backwards for you, give you bouquets, give you help, give you what you needed, be the person that you wanted, and be the person you needed as well. And then when they weren't, you didn't know how to feel. So you kind of tucked it away instead, and you built your walls up. And it almost made you a version of yourself that you didn't recognize. So when you didn't recognize that person, when you didn't recognize that version of yourself, you said, well then I must be as bad as people have told me that I am. So when you got to that point, you kept looking at these people as role models. Moment of silence. Rest in peace to the people that you thought they were. Because they're not that. I've had to look back at my life a couple times and look at people in my life that I thought were really great people and that I wronged. And yes, I had a part in it. I'll take this. However, it's okay to look back at people and say, you really kind of weren't being a good person. I really don't like referring to people as good and bad, but there are people in this life who genuinely just don't have good intentions for you because they don't have good intentions for themselves. So it shows. And it directly affects the relationships that they build. So, So you feel weak. You just feel so weak because you look back and you're like, wow, I really let them take advantage of me. And you know, they really thought that I was that person. They really thought that I was a weak person because I wanted to be there for them. So you're kind of connecting connection to weakness. And it's at the point where you don't want to ask for connection because you feel that it's weak. You feel like you would be weak, and or you feel that it would make you weak. You feel, you feel the fact that I had to say that 3 times. You feel like you have a lump in your throat. Like you just don't even know how to approach that. It's not your strong suit, may I say. You're very good at connection. You're very good at emotion, but you're not the best at putting those 2 things together. Because you feel that it is weak. You feel that being by yourself and establishing your own emotion and establishing connection with yourself and doing everything by yourself is strong. You think that's strength, but that's not. It gets to a point that doing that makes you weak. I'm gonna be honest. When you're by yourself for too long and here's the thing. When you're by yourself, and it directly correlates to the beginning, you're by yourself for too long and you're trying to commit to this higher version of yourself and be the best version of yourself and do everything that you need to do in order to get to your destination. You can't do that from that form that is weakened, that is wounded. Excuse me, confirmation. So when you're trying to do all of these things and achieve your highest self from such a small spot and such a wounded space, you can't do it. You're not desperate anymore, but you're hurting. You're wounded. You're in a lot of pain. And you don't want to accept it because it makes you feel weak. You don't want to accept that people in your past have hurt you because it makes you feel weak. You don't want to accept that you are finally seeing yourself because you think it makes you weak. You're on the precipice of exactly everything you're meant to receive. But you think it just makes you so weak. To receive anything that makes you happy because you genuinely have been taught that you need to make yourself happy all the time. You've been taught that you need to be your only source of income that's relating to joy. And I think that's so heartbreaking. That's truly not okay that people have made you feel that way. Okay? Because it's very emotionally mature of you to take responsibility for areas that you have flawed in. But you need to understand that people in your life have flawed too. And it's okay to say that. It doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you weak to say, wow, like this person genuinely hurt me, bro. This person really got me a little messed up right now. So when you're putting that bag on and you're leaving, you're not thinking about the connection. You're not thinking about what you're feeling. You're not thinking about, what it could have been. You're thinking about the fact that you survived it. So then when you get home and you're sitting there or wherever your space is, when you get back into your space from leaving this place, then you're saying, you know what? I survived that. You know what? I survived that. You know what? I got through that. I survived that. I did that. I survived that. And you're so proud of yourself for surviving it, but you don't understand the connection that got severed. You don't understand that there was 26. You don't understand that there was pain there. You don't understand that your pain body was affected by that circumstance. This is immense. So you carried all of that baggage. You carried all of the baggage that person projected that you left. And you were just holding it because you're like, wow, this person had all of this stuff and like they really wanted me to hold it for them. And you are. You're so traumatized by it, you don't even understand what you're doing. So you're holding all of this baggage and you're just looking at it. You shove it into the corner of your room and you're just staring at it. And you're like, dude, that person really wanted me to carry all that by myself. This is muy loco. So you're just looking at it. Wow, this is so beautiful. I'm getting such a beautiful and synchronistic energy. And you're just like, you're getting to the point in your life where you're like, dude, that person made me carry all that. So yes, maybe you did dodge a bullet and not have a kid with this person, or, get married to this person. Or if it's family, you didn't spend the rest of your life with this person and allow them to cipher you. So when you're sitting in your room alone by yourself, like in a dark, sad room, and like you're looking at this baggage and you're just saying, wow, I'm ready to throw that out the window, I think. And it makes you feel weak. It makes you feel kind of sad. It makes you feel like you're making the wrong choice because it's all you know to carry others' baggage. You don't even know what your baggage looks like yet. Let me say that. I got vacation when I said that. So you don't know what your baggage looks like, and it's very much high time. Okay. It's very much high time that you understand what you built for yourself. Even if it was a wall, it's a really good one. So the fact that you built such an amazing framework of a wall, and it's very functional, it does its job. You started kind of building a house on that wall. Ooh. You started building a house from the wall that you built. And then when you were sitting in this house and you were like, dude, like I'm so bored and I'm sad and I have nobody to talk to. You got to the point where you realized that all of this energy derived from your trauma. The house you built was a blueprint of trauma. Wow. So, ooh. So it's time to face it. It's time to face it, because that's what I drawed. So I had no option there. Okay, yeah. I mean, you genuinely carried all of this baggage in order to build a framework from the baggage, because you genuinely didn't have anything else to build from. You know, you really made something out of nothing. When you were fighting with people and they always told you you're making something out of nothing. No, you really are. No, you really are, because you really, you really put your blood, sweat, and tears into this house that you built. And you have an emotional attachment to it because it took so much from you. But it's at the point where it's time to destroy it. It's time to demolish it, because it's it's literally leading to this version of yourself that is polar antonym from what you want to be. So, you know, you want to be in touch with nature. You want to receive wealth. You want to receive yourself. But you're incapable of doing that because you have this thing that's being latched onto you, like a frigging parasite. So when you're just sitting in that house made from trauma, you're looking around and you're like, bro, like, what is holding me back? I don't understand. What is hurting me so much? And you genuinely are refusing to see the truth. So I feel like I'm gonna stop it there. And it's really funny because I brought this pin over to read with me, and it's just a little sun. And I think that's so synchronistic! I think that's so sweet and cute. Oh my gosh. Oh! Yeah. So you really got to get to the point where you're sitting in this house and you're ready to go outside and just kind of let the sunlight like feed your skin, because you've been sitting in this house for so long you forgot you were in it. So you've been allowing these people to siphon off your energy for so long, you forgot you were doing it. Because, like I said, you can travel wherever you want to go, but regardless of where you go, that feeling is going to catch up to you. That siphoning is going to catch up to you. And the guilt tripping is going to catch up to you, because you want to just tell yourself, like, wow, this is really on me. Like, you know, I'm weak. And they see that, and there's nothing I can do about it. No, you're so much more powerful than you think you are. You can do something about it. You can cut these ties. Just cut these ties. I just got some new scissors. So it's time to cut the ties, okay? It's time to go be your best self, because, yeah, maybe you want to access the best version of yourself with somebody else, but it's really important to begin to access who you are by yourself. I'm just getting a really like kind of flabbergasted energy. Just like, you know, that speechless and flabbergasted and like scatterbrained. And I feel like this isn't necessarily you. I feel like parts of it are you, because you're like confused where you are and that you've been sitting on this gold mine the whole time. But I really feel that the energy from other people has been infiltrating that energy that you're feeling, And it's kind of like making this pain body. It's making this pain body that you're living in. And with that being said, I feel the need to cut it there. So, y'all go cut your ties. Y'all go live your life. Hey, keep it cool, kind, and classy, okay? Y'all have a good one.